Suplexes and stuff where legends collide. In the wrestling ring, we take you for a ride. Join us for the chaos, the suplexes, the stuff, because it's time for a podcast that's a diamond in the rough. Suplexes and Stuff is a podcasting pinnacle where the reviews are for fun and usually not cynical. Who's ready? Who's ready? Welcome back to Suplexes and Stuff. I've been away for December. It took some time. We had some family time. I hope you had a beautiful holiday season, and I hope you're already experiencing a beautiful and exciting New Year's of 2024. We got a lot to cover. We got a lot to get into. I didn't want to let you wait another day. And we got a lot to look forward to as well. With that being said, this episode is going to be a long one. I know that you guys are ready to batten down the hatches, my longtime viewers, my longtime supporters. And with that being said about longtime supporters, I just wanted to give a shout out to Paul Tomlinson of Wicked Turtle, my buddy over there. Been through a lot of shit on my end. We could have done Wicked Turtle, What's Up Peeps several times over, but just on my end of not feeling good or just self-sabotage of all that. But as much as far as health goes with me, I went to the doctor with this stuff, figured out we had rheumatoid arthritis. We got some medication going, and I'm feeling a lot better than I have in a very long time. So, with that being said, I'm ready to rock and roll into this New Year's. And, go ahead and give Wicked Turtle a subscribe on YouTube. Follow them on their social medias. And, I do want to let you guys know before we read deep from the Book of Smart Mark, that I do have some news. First up on the docket is regarding TNA Impact Wrestling. As you know, Impact Wrestling is turning into TNA as far as much as TNA Impact Wrestling is turning into TNA again. As of January 13th at Hard to Kill, eagle-eyed fans have already noticed that the Impact Plus app has turned into TNA Plus app, and we will be getting the full bore of that come this Friday of this recording, Friday the 5th. Everything will be official. We'll finally get the Endeavor app, the stuff going forward with the app will finally be official on Friday. That being finished, we move on to some news with a local promotion that I attend, 5 Star Wrestling. 5 Star Wrestling just had a excellent show called The Showdown Before Christmas, where Travis Norbert ended up claiming control of the company because of violations against State Athletic Commission from 5 Star. I don't know what's going on here with this fella, but we did see Ox Adams defeat Damian Gray. We've seen Tommy Sato defeat Samuel Thompson. We've seen Big AC and Nikita defeat Alex Divine and Amir Heather. Seen Valerie Verman defeat Simone Valentina. We've seen Ryo defeat Keo Vandu. And we've seen Salem Gray defeat Tom Mitchell. Zach Zander defeated Fletcher Young. Sexy and Blessed defeated the Sigma Males. Ricky Price defeated Cassius Cash Carter. And Chris Slade defeated Ryo and Ox Adams to become the 5-Star Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. That brings us up to this Saturday show, Ignition, January 6th at the Pajama Factory, 1307 Park Ave at 7 p.m. Already set to be there and set in motion is Chris Slade versus Sam Adams, Keo Vandu versus Ryo, the rematch, Diego Hall versus Alex Divine, Joey Martinez, the closer, versus Adrian Soriano, Ox Adams versus Dio Bando, Ricky Price versus Samuel Thompson, and we do have a tag team gauntlet to declare and crown the 5-Star Wrestling Tag Team Champions. We already have in the game, the post-game, the Brothers Gray, the Vantano brothers, and the Sexy and Blessed. So, and also I did see that there's going to be a women's championship at 5-Star Wrestling. One of the events to look forward to is going to be the Rise of the Skywalkers on May 4th, as well as you can look forward to the return of Night of Legends. And some of the hot talent already announced to be at 5-Star Wrestling in 2024 consists of Cheeseburger, the ROH legend, Lucha Lit, Lince Dorado, and Fuego del Sol. So there's a lot to look forward to moving into 2024 with wrestling, absolutely. And with me, I did want to let you guys know that Google Podcasts will be no more in 2024, so all of that stuff is moving over and migrating over to YouTube. So I went ahead and took the initiative, knowing that was going to happen. I added my RSS feed simply there so you can watch and enjoy on YouTube, and I did go the intricate route, and boy was it a pain in the butt with doing it on mobile. I added my RSS feed through my YouTube, so all of my past and present and future podcast episodes were uploaded directly to YouTube, and as YouTube videos under my Scoogaloochie channel. All you have to do is go on YouTube and search suplexes and stuff, and you're going to get what you need. Some of my diehards have already figured this out, and I've gotten some pretty decent traction already with the past uploads, with the library being brought to YouTube, even so much as better views than I've gotten through just audio. So I appreciate you guys on YouTube, a new home for suplexes and stuff. I appreciate the patronage. I hope you're enjoying what you're hearing. Share it with a friend. Let them guys know. Let everybody in your circle that loves professional wrestling know that they need to check out suplexes and stuff. Thank you very much. With that being said, that's the news that's pertinent to me. We can wrap up the introduction here and dive into reading deep from the Book of Smart Mark, because we got a lot to cover, and I know that you diehards are ready for this. Who's ready? Pertaining to the fact that we're all not perfect here, I did want to let you guys know that there are some spots in here that are a little messed up and maybe not full, and with 4 weeks of stuff to catch up on. Oh, did I just spoil that? Extremely long-winded episodes of suplexes and stuff. But with that being said, I didn't want to I'm sure that you'll appreciate the fact that it speeds things up a little bit. I may have missed a match here or two there, but I digest it, and you digest it too. My intake is your intake. Let's go. We're going to start off with Raw from November 27th, and you'll understand it. This is the beginning of the first week of December as well. We did see a tag team turmoil match where DIY defeated Alpha Academy, and then DIY turned around and defeated Indu Sheer, and then the Creed Brothers defeated DIY, then the Creed Brothers defeated the New Day, then the Creed Brothers defeated Imperium when they shot at the Judgment Day. Ivar versus Bronson Reed ended up in a double countout on Raw. Nia Jax defeated Zoe Starks. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven defeated Natalya and Tegan Knox. Randy Orton defeated Dirty Dom. CM Punk had his first return Raw promo back. And we move on to NXT from November 28th, 2023. Stack Lorenzo and Tony D'Angelo defeated Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. Kalani Jordan defeated Kiana James. Braun Breaker defeated Eddie Thorpe. Ilya Dragunov defeated Nathan Frazier. Carmen Petrovic defeated Ariana Grace. Lexis King defeated Brooks Jensen. Wes Lee defeated Bronson Lee, Johnny Gargano, and Cameron Grimes to close us out and move us on to Dynamite from November 29th, 2023, where we've seen Jon Moxley defeat Jay Lethal, Roosh defeat Mark Briscoe, Wardlow defeat AR Fox, Top Flight and Axel Andretti defeat the Hardy Boys and Brother Zay, Julia Hart defeat Emi Sakurai, Swerve Strickland defeat Jay White. And that moved us to, SmackDown. I evidently didn't have Impact. Maybe they didn't have one that day. From December 1st, we had Bobby Lashley defeating Butch, Santos Escobar defeating Joaquin Phoenix. Kevin Owens had a pretty awesome promo with Logan Paul. I'm pretty sure that with Logan Paul being their golden ticket for media coverage, that's on all their social media presence, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, if you want to go and check that out, and you should. I'm sure it's readily available for you. Kevin Owens then defeated Grayson Waller in this ongoing tournament for the United States Championship to it's pretty cool to see that we got the United States tournament and the Continental Classic, the C2. But I digress. Bianca Belair defeated Kairi Sane to close out SmackDown. We move on to Rampage from the same night, December 1st. We've seen Orange Cassidy, Danhausen, and Trent Beretta defeat Cool Hand Hands, Daddy Magic, and the Dark Order. We've seen Sky Blue, Chris Statlander, and Hikaru Shida defeat Saraya, Ruby Soho, and Anna Jay. We've seen Penta, Commander, and Vikingo defeat Brian Cage and the Workhorsemen. And we move on to Collision from December 2nd, 2023, where we've seen Brody King defeat Claudio Castagnoli, Abaddon defeat Kara Hogan, El Idolo defeated Daniel Garcia. The Kingdom, my guys, defeated the Iron Savages. Kings of the Black Throne defeated Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal. Vikingo defeated Kip Sabian. Bryan Danielson defeated Eddie Kingston. That leads us to the end of the first week. As you can see, I am barreling through this for your enjoyment and your pleasure. I just wanted to cover at least a good portion of the very late in the game entries quickly so we can move on to more pertinent things and my pay-per-views of the month without being too long-winded. We move on to the end of week 1 with a great pick 6 where my man was Bryan Danielson. My woman was Athena. My team was Kings of the Black Throne. My singles was Bryan Danielson versus Eddie Kingston. My multi/tag team match was the Iron Savages versus the Kingdom. And my show this week was Collision Collision. Moving on to week number 2 already. Moving right along, we move on to Raw from December 4th from 2023, where we seen Drew McIntyre defeat Sami Zayn. Neither could really afford a loss, but it was better if the defeat did come from a hard-fought bout and it was against someone in a similar situation to themselves. We seen Nia Jax defeat Shayna Baszler. Shayna loses while also in a self-betterment spot, kind of similar to the previous situation in the previous match. We then seen Becky Lynch make her presence known post-match. We seen DIY defeat Imperium in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Giovanni scores the first fall for Imperium by grabbing the tights. Gargano then scores a second fall for DIY. These are really good stuff. I like this one a lot. The next match was Kayden Carter and Katana Chance defeating Natalya and Tegan Nox. It was nice to see Natalya on full heart mode. Kayden Carter and Katana Chance are a very fast rising team, and absolutely in the next couple of shows you will see what I'm talking about. I didn't know that it was coming up that quick, but I knew that these ladies were ones to look out for. They're very, very good. We had a Cody Rhodes in-ring promo with Shinsuke Nakamura on screen, which now we've had about several of those since, so I won't bore you with the details. There's, like I said, with the Kevin Owens thing, it's on there if you want to watch it. It's very good stuff. The best one was around Christmas time. He read Dude from A Nightmare on Elm Street, whatever the hell the thing. It was a funny stuff with the Christmas book he was reading about Cody Rhodes. He had a scrunchu ba da do da da he. Creed Brothers defeated JD McDonough and Dirty Dom. This was a great match to continue the build up with the Creed. Felt like I was a little worried for JD losing a lot and them talking about and making fun of his head size also. NXT from December 5th, 2023. We've seen Thea Hale defeat Roxanne Perez, Kiana James, Fallon Henley, and Thea Hale defeated Roxanne Perez, Kiana James, and Fallon Henley. Seems like these four are the future. There's plenty of action. It felt like the 4 horsewomen of NXT. There's a barricade spot, a table spot, but also limited outside chicanery. Very good stuff. I like this one. Wesley, our heart goes out, my heart goes out to this guy. He's dealing with an injury, needing surgery. He's going to be put on the shelf with a surgery for about 8 to 10 months, I do believe it was. 8 to 12 months with a back surgery. With my sciatica, I completely understand what's going on here. That pain is unlike anything else I've experienced myself, so I can understand where a athlete of his caliber, it's hard to see. My heart goes out to him for dealing with that. But he was interrupted by Dirty Dom, which set up a match between Dirty Dom and Dragon Lee for the North American title. And considering it's way weeks back, we understand that Dirty Dom lost that, which he deserved for what he did to Wesley here. We've seen a really awesome mixed tag multi-individual match when Chad Gable, Otis, Akira Tozawa, and Maxine Dupree defeated Metaphor. I was loving the Noam Dar Chad Gable feud. Ora Mensa, Noam Dar, Lash Legend. It was lots of time for Lash Legend to shine, and she even did a power slam on Otis. Lash Legend, Kalani Jordan, Blair Davenport, Tiffany Stratton, and Thea Hale then had an in-ring promo for their Iron Survivor match, and they even interrupted the next match, which was Axiom versus Nathan Frazier, which came to a no contest because the ladies got involved in the match. But I did note that Axiom is very underrated. We then seen a men's second chance Iron Survivor Challenge match where Carmelo Hayes wrestled Tyler Bate, Carmelo Hayes, Tyler Bate, Joe Coffey, and Eddie Thorpe. It was a very good match, mix of different levels. The standout for me was Tyler Bates and Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes versus Lexis King is going to happen at Deadline. This was a very good, there was a very good Baron Corbin and Ilya Dragunov promo to end the show with the Iron Survivor competitors at toe. And then we move on to Dynamite from December 6, 2023. We seen Jon Moxley defeat Roosh. This was a straight smash mouth match, action bell to bell. Lots of fighting on the outside. Roosh stealing a fan's drink to hit Moxley with. They were trading superplexes. Roosh passed out to the Bulldog choke though for a win for Jon Moxley. We seen Roderick Strong walking strong. He was walking neck strong. Couldn't you believe Roderick Strong was walking? I can't believe it. The man was in a wheelchair. The man has a neck brace. The man has a mustache. Hangman Adam Page promo in the ring where he claims he took something from Swerve that he can't take back at Full Gear. Then MJF calls Hangman Adam Page out. He says the last time two times they met, MJF beat him up. But Hangman Adam Page's title reign lasted only 6 months. MJF says Hangman Page is the devil, but Page says MJF is the devil. Then Joe stops a fight between the two of them, and it was a crazy thing. We seen Swerve Strickland defeat Mark Briscoe. This was a must-win for both of them. Mark was losing, and a losing effort was mathematically eliminated from the tournament. This was another great C2 Classic match. I enjoyed the C2 quite a bit. For what it was worth, I think it might have been a little too complicated. As somebody who's not watched a tremendous amount of New Japan G1 Climax tournaments or G1 matches, I wasn't too versed with that kind of tournament going into this. So, not to say to cater to the casual fans, but even myself, who I watch quite a bit of wrestling, just not with the matches that involved the people that were mathematically eliminated were kind of confusing. But other than that, it was a great story, beginning to end. The matches were absolutely fantastic. The action was tremendous. I really definitely enjoyed that, and I will be definitely looking forward to the C2 Classic in 2024 when it happens at the end of this year. That was very good stuff. And we do have the G1, or a very big NJPW tournament pay-per-view coming out. We see Samoa Joe surrounded in the ring, only to find out that MJF had been bottled in the back before their match with the Devil's Henchman could take place. But we've seen Timeless Toni Storm defeat Sky Blue. Terrific Timeless Toni Storm entrance. Now she retains, and we've seen the return of Riho. Riho attacks her with a drop kick and a new look. We then seen Jay White versus Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal is a top-tier fluid movement athlete, and they paired amazingly well with White. Lethal hits a tope suicida, Then the elbow drop. Lethal 2 counts, a nasty brain buster. Oh man, it was a great stuff. It was a really good match. Gold League next week. I'm not going to say that because it's already done and over with. Apologies to my past self for writing all that stuff down. It was good to look back on though, but considering that I let this stuff go and we already know the winter's coming, winter's end, world's end. Anyways, considering we already know the winner, I'm not going to bore you with each individual time where there's points and this and that. So we move on to Adam Copeland versus Christian Cage for the first time here. It was their first singles in 14 years. It ended to a low blow from Mother Wayne. This did set up their match for World's End. Their no disqualification match that Edge demanded. So we move on to Impact Wrestling from December 7th from 2023. Chris Sabin and Trinity defeated. Actually, this was the one. Yeah, this was a special AAA Mega Show match, and that's on their Impact Plus stuff. So that gives you a reason when you're checking out that stuff on Friday, you go on there and look from the first couple weeks of December. There's on the Mega Show with AAA. You should be able to go on there and check that out and enjoy that. It'll give you something to do while you're, like I said, while you're checking out what's new, what the Endeavor Group has brought to the TNA Plus app. We move on to Ring of Honor, where we seen Billy Starks defeated Danny Moe. Dalton Castle defeated Johnny TV. Rachel Ellering defeated Nikki Victory. The Workhorsemen defeated the Infantry. Trish Adora and Lady Frost defeated the Renegades. Shotty Lee Johnson defeated Josh Woods. It was nice to see Josh in a not pure rules match. The Righteous defeated the Outrunners. The Outrunners becoming a favorite of mine. I really like the look of Turbo Floyd. Great for the dominant look for the Righteous here. We then seen Lee Moriarty versus Tracy Williams. This is any Western PA match main event from like 2016 to 2019. Tracy was very aggressive, but Lee snaps the fingers and picks up the win. Then we had a great Dalton Castle promo. Boy, is he made for TV as Johnny TV. Interrupts him and they named TV shows on this promo. We then seen the Butcher and the Blade defeat the Boys, and it was a bad night for the Boys. The Butchers and the Blade put a very dominant match on. Then we seen Angelico defeat Christopher Daniels. This was a dream match. Angelico was very fluid but focused. So Penico was curbed there. Yeah. We seen Orange. Oh, the Orange v Angelico feud will continue there. And this is where things got messed up. But Kyle Fletcher's defeated Gravity, and I think that was the end of it, but I'm not exactly sure. But like I said, I know this was one of the ones that I had messed up from the beginning. I do apologize. We should move on to SmackDown from December 8th, where we've seen Santos Escobar defeat Dragon Lee. Nice story continuation here. Setting up Lee to win at the next Premium Live event. Yep, absolutely. Better than Survivor Series match. I enjoyed that more. This was, like I said, the other ones just didn't live up to the crazy amount of lucha we see on TV currently. This one was definitely better than the Survivor Series match and a very good match. We then seen another Cody Rhodes in-ring promo. Bobby Lashley defeated Karrion Kross in a match at the This, of course, was a tribute to the Troops match. Bobby is a vet in more ways than one. But it sucks to see Curry and Cross lose, but at least he has his hair back. We then seen CM Punk's in ring, where he's saying that he's going to leave the brand split decision up to the universe. They're going to pick where he was going to go. Very Negan-esque Punk here, kind of, towards the end. Not towards the end, but he finally got his groove back, basically. He's going to let everybody know who his target is. He's going to let everybody know that he's the OG Paul Heyman guy. He called out Jimmy Uso. He called out Solo Sikoa. He called out Kevin Owens. Called out Seth Rollins. Says his goal was the main event WrestleMania, just like it always has been. And he also said that he couldn't see working with Kevin Owens because they're too much alike, because who punches people backstage? And of course, there was some banter about the crowd not getting this, but then again, it was a crowd full of Army vets. I'm sure they don't spend a lot of time being chronically online, as most of us wrestling fans do tend to be, to where they maybe not even knew what was going on with CM Punk, or maybe that was what was going on. Especially that a lot of people complained about the "You Still Got It" chants at the Madison Square Garden match with Dominic Mysterio. But we did see Asuka defeat Charlotte Flair. Bayley, again told to stay in the back, but she comes out to make the win. This is showing more dissension among the Damage Control. I don't like that. Can't see the ladies in a bad spot, but you hate to see it. LA Knight and Randy Orton defeated Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. This is a great platform for Knight. Great stuff. It felt like old school SmackDown stuff, even though LA Knight never really teamed with Randy Orton, never teamed with them. They felt like a well-oiled machine that's been running since the mid-2000s. We then seen Rampage from December 8th. We seen Orange Cassidy defeat Angelico. It was always nice to see Cassidy open up AEW programming. Can't remember ever seeing Cassidy versus Angelico. It was great to see Angelico get a TV title shot. Cassidy works with a Hurt Wheel, and then it was cool to see Danhausen's Serpentico. Orange Punch for the win. We've seen Will Hobbs and Konosuke Takeshita defeat Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal. Best Sydal has looked in a very long time against Takeshita. With that being said, we move on to Impact Final Resolution from December 9th, 2023. This, of course, was the last ever Impact Premium Live event, so it was a very special one. Seen ABC defeat Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards. I give this match an 8.5. We've seen Jody Threat defeat Alicia Edwards. This match was an 8 for me. We've seen Tommy Dreamer defeat Diener for a 7 for me. We've seen Mike Bailey and Trent Seven, the debuting and now contracted Trent Seven defeating the Rascals. This one got an 8 from me. We've seen Jake Something defeat Jason Hotch. This one will get a 7 from me. Rhino defeated Moose. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Moose defeated Rhino for 8.25 from me. Yep, Moose did win. Frankie Kazarian promo was pretty cool, where he's kind of said he was done being somebody's vanity project. Maybe that was a shot at AEW. It was pretty cool stuff to see Frankie Kazarian back on TNA. We've seen Trinity and Jordan Grace defeat Deonna Purrazzo and Giselle Shaw. This is a very good match. 8.5 for me. Excuse me, I apologize for the delay. Of course, we're reading quickly and deeply from the book of Smart Mark, so I gotta... We seen the Motor City Machine Guns defeat Alex Shelley and Zack Sabre Jr. in a absolute Matt Classic 10 out of freaking 10 for me. That leads us to the end of Impact Wrestling. Final Resolution, and Final Resolution gets a final score of 8.5 from me. We move on to Collision from December 9th, 2023, where Eddie Kingston defeated Claudio Castagnoli. Great feud, super lengthy, always hot. We've seen Willow Nightingale defeat Mercedes Martinez. We had a 3.0 promo. We see Wardlow defeat Willie Mack. Kenny Omega defeated Ethan Page. Ethan with a flying cutter from the apron out of nowhere. Kenny moonsaults off the safety rail. Kenny counters the second cutter. Hits a V-trigger for a 2 count. Ethan hits the Iconoclasm for a 2 count. Kenny wins after hitting 2 V-triggers and a 1-wing angel. This is really good stuff. We've seen 3.0, the Hometown Boys versus Penta and Commander. And I do believe they won that. No, I'm not sure they did. I think that they did lose in this match. But then we did see Bryan Danielson versus El Idolo, where El Idolo defeated Bryan Danielson to close out Collision, and bring us to another premium live event. That was NXT Deadline. The pre-show seen Axiom versus Nathan Frazier. In the main show, we seen Dragon Lee defeat Dirty Dom for the NXT North American title. I gave this match a 9. This was fantastic. We've seen a women's Iron Survivor match for the #1 contendership. We seen we've seen Roxanne Perez win this one. This one gets a 9 out of me. We then seen Carmelo Hayes defeat Lexis King in this very hot ongoing feud between them. We seen this one gets an 8 from me. We then seen the men's Iron Survivor match. We had Josh Briggs and Dijak start the match. These two were incredible. Dijak scores a fall on Briggs. Well, basically, I wouldn't want to bore you with the details on this one, but just let you know that Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams did win this match, and he had come back and hit a bounty of points very late in the match, extremely late in the match, on a real comeback score. This was a 10 out of 10 match for me. Then we move on to Ilya Dragon defeating Baron Corbin. This was a 10 out of 10 match. Corbin enters on a motorcycle against Ilya Dragunov. 10 out of 10. Great match. All in all, NXT Deadline gets a 9.5 out of me. And that brings us to the end of week number 2. And on to pick 6, where my man was Ilya Dragunov. My woman was Roxanne Perez. My team was the Iron Savages. My singles was Dragunov versus Corbin. My team match was Motor City Machine Guns versus Shelley and Zack Sabre Jr. My show was NXT Deadline. We move on to the third match. the third week in this long episode of Reading Deep from the Book of Smart Mark. Here we go, guys. Monday Night Raw from December 11th. Drew McIntyre defeated Jey Uso. Big SmackDown rematch. Drew McIntyre defeated Jey Uso. I have notes here, but considering the time frame, I just want to move along. Rhea Ripley defeated Maxine Dupri. We then seen CM Punk chooses Brian. Seth Rollins interrupts him. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, back and forth promo. Excellent stuff. Check it out on wherever you want to check that out. Like I've said before with the other stuff, I'm sure it's out there. We seen Big Bronson versus Ivar. I think that Big Bronson Reed won that one. Caden Carter and Katana Chance versus Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae, where Caden Carter and Katana Chance won. We seen Dirty Dom and The Miz. Dirty DIY and The Miz defeated Imperium. We've seen Shinsuke Nakamura versus Cody Rhodes. And then we move on to NXT. We had an in-ring promo by Cora Jade. She opens the show saying she's back, but she's interrupted by Lyra Valkyria, who says Cora jumped her at deadline. Cora's interrupted by Blair Davenport as the Women Iron Survivor tells Lyra, watch your back. We see Nikita Lyons interrupt them. But this all leads to Fallon Henley, Last Legend versus Fallon Henley. And then we seen Obafemi defeat Miles Bourne. And we seen Eddie Thorpe versus Dijak. Eddie Thorpe defeating Dijak by DQ. Nikita Lyons versus Lyra Valkyria. Yep. Like I said, some of my notes are bad. This is one of those examples. We move on to Dynamite from 12/13/2023. The show opens up with Joe in the ring, accused of, time stuff. This is all past, present, past. We've seen Hangman Adam Page defeat Roderick Strong. We've seen Andrade El Idolo defeat Brody King. We've seen Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho in the ring. Kenny Omega is now, of course, sick with the diverticulitis. Heart go out to him, as well as Wesley, who are both off the shelf, as well as now Charlotte Flair. We've seen Ruby Soho versus Riho. Ruby was very strong in this one, but Riho wins with a big Sunset Bomb. We've seen Rush defeat Jay Lethal and Jay White defeat Mark Briscoe. We've seen Jon Moxley defeat Swerve Strickland. And that moves us on to Impact Wrestling from December 11th. This was a Hidden Gems episode, so, you know, kind of like, they haven't really had an episode of new stuff in a while since, Final Resolution. And that's completely understandable because we're moving on to the new stuff here as early as January 13th. When we move on to Ring of Honor, and for what I do have Eddie Kingston defeated Evil Uno, Layla Hirsch defeated Creed, Wheeler Yuta defeated Jason Geiger, The Boys defeated Iron Savages, Ty Valkyrie defeated Rachel Ellering, Cole Carter and Griff Garrison versus Bobby Sharp and Sean Moore. They won there. Shane Taylor defeated Channing Decker. Vince and Dutch defeated Kaz Jonathan and Julian Ward. Brian Cage defeated Gravity. The Butcher and the Blade defeated the Workhorsemen, and Athena defeated Roxanne. But not Perez. We move on to SmackDown from December 15th, 2023. Roman Reigns and Randy Orton had an in-ring promo. Carmelo Hayes defeated Grayson Waller. Kevin Owens defeated Austin Theory. Damage Control promo. The Kabuki Warriors defeated Mishin and Zelina Vega. Randy Orton defeated Jimmy Uso. AJ Styles is back. Made his return at this SmackDown. We've seen Rampage from the 15th. Orange Cassidy and Ross and Marshall Von Erich defeat Daddy Magic, Nicole Han, Angelo Parker, and Jake Hager. Powerhouse Hobbs and Kyle Fletcher defeated Hunter Gray and Paul Titan. And we move on to Ring of Honor Final Battle. Let's go. 0 Hour seeing Taya Valkyrie defeat Jasmine Allure. The Von Erichs defeated the Outrunners. And Brian Keith defeated Jack Cartwheel. Daniel Garcia defeated Blake Christian. We move on to the main meat of this show of Final Battle, where we've seen El Hijo del Volcano defeat Black Taurus. Taurus super on game. Vikingo slams him, press slams him, lots of stuff. 8 1/4 out of this. We move on to the Mobile Embassy defeated TMDK for an 8 from me. We've seen Ethan Page in a I Quit match. This was an 8.5 out of me. This is really good stuff. Excuse me. Seen Kyle Fletcher defeat Brian Keith, Lee Moriarty, Dalton Castle, and Commander and Lee Johnson for a 9 from me. And he's the new TV champion. Seen Keith Lee defeat Shane Taylor for a 9 from me. Seen Mark Briscoe and FTR defeat the Blackpool Combat Club. Very special, very heart-wrenching match for a tribute to James Briscoe. 10 out of 10. Awesome stuff. We then seen Eddie Kingston defeat Anthony Henry. This was a 7 from me. Athena defeats Big Matt Billy Starks. Athena came out in her Bane outfit. She beat Billy's head off the barricade, busted her open. Oh man, very cool stuff. Billy was an electric chair driver. Out of all that, though, Final Battle gets a 9 out of me. We see Collision from the 16th of December. Claudio Castagnoli versus Andrade El Idolo. Andrade does a top rope destroyer on an exposed turnbuckle. Trios Amigos from Andrade interrupted by Claudio. Pretty good stuff. Then Orange Cassidy defeats Brian Keith to retain his title. Brian Cage defeated Kenny Wright. Eddie Kingston defeated Daniel Garcia. Bryan Danielson defeats Brody King to close us out. We pick 6. My man was Keith Lee. My woman was Billy Starks. My team was the Von Erichs. My singles was King versus Danielson. My multi-match was the Von Erichs versus the Outrunners. My show was Final Battle. And that moves us on to week 4. Moving right along to Raw from December 18th, and as you see, true believers, it's not too much more further for you now for this podcast. R-Truth defeated JD McDonough, and a loser leaves, Loser leaves Judgment Day match? Are you kidding me? Gunther defeated The Miz. Excellent match. Oh, I love that stuff. Caden Chance and Katana Carter defeat Piper Niven and Chelsea Green in a rematch. Ivar defeated Tozawa. Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, and Kofi Kingston defeated Imperium. No, it was a promo between Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins where Drew ended up kicking the shit out of Seth Rollins at the end, and then we seen Jey Uso and Kofi Kingston defeat Imperium. Excuse me about that. We seen the Judgment Day defeat the Creed brothers to close us out. Very good stuff. Crazy kind of almost injury spot there. Digest. Move on, NXT, December 19th, 2023. We seen Fallon Henley defeat Tiffany Stratton. Ridge Holland had a promo with Ilya Dragunov. We seen Izzy Dame defeat Kiana James. Lexis King defeat Dion Lennox. Tavian Heights defeated Lucia Crucifino. Nikita Lyons are returning. Nikita Lyons defeated Tatum Paxley. Gallus defeated Hank and Tank. Ilya Dragunov and Ridge Holland comes to a no contest as Ilya does get hurt in the ring. Storyline wise, not to scare anybody there who hasn't seen it, but this was a couple weeks back now, and it was pause duty. Dynamite from December 20th. Swerve Strickland defeated Roosh. Riho defeated Saraya. Mark Briscoe defeated Jay Lethal. Roderick Strong defeated Commander. Jon Moxley defeated Jay White. We move on to Ring of Honor from the 21st. Ross and Marshall Von Erich defeated the Workhorsemen. Athena defeated Maya World. Dante Martin defeated Shawty Lee Johnson. The Gates of Agony defeated Blake Christian and Willie Mack. The Righteous and Lance Archer defeated the Iron Savages. Ty Valkyrie defeated Vert Vixen. Rachel Ellering defeated Charlotte Renegade. Action Andretti and Darius Martin defeat the Outrunners and the Infantry. Gravity and Dalton Castle and the Boys defeated the Spanish Announce Project and Cole Carter and Griff Garrison. Vicino and Commander defeated Gringo Loco and Jack Cartwheel. We move on to SmackDown from December 22nd, 2023. Shotzi Damage Control defeated Shotzi Blackheart, Zelina Vega, Bianca Belair, and Michin. We've seen Dragon Lee defeat Butch. We've seen Kevin Owens defeat Carmelo Hayes. That was really excellent stuff. Awesome, super good match. Couldn't think of it. Can't say enough good stuff about it. Santo Escobar defeated Bobby Lashley. AJ Styles defeated Solo Sikoa by disqualification. We move on to Rampage from December 22nd, 2023. Orange Cassidy defeated Rocky Romero. The Kingdom defeated the Hardy Boys. Sky Blue defeated Queen Aminata. Vikingo defeated Black Taurus. Collision 12/23/2023. Claudio Castagnoli and Bryan Danielson come to a no contest. But this does see Bryan move advance in the tournament. Like I said, a little bit of convolution, a little bit over my head. I understand that I don't understand. The Claim defeated Top Flight. Keith Lee defeated Brian Cage. Daniel Garcia defeated Brody King. Thunder Rosa, the returning, absolutely stunning, absolutely awesome Thunder Rosa and Abaddon defeated Sky Blue and Julia Hart. Eddie Kingston defeated Andrade El Idolo. That brings us to the end of week number 4 with a pick 6 of Man John Moxley, Woman Bayley, Team Judgment Day. Singles match was Taurus vs. Vikingo. Multi-match was Gallus vs. Hank and Tank. And the show was Collision. Just when you think the thing's gonna crash on you because it's done it literally every other time, it doesn't. We move on to turning this down because I'm all in my own ear. We move on to Raw from December 18th, 2023. R-Truth defeat. We see. Excuse me. If you'll excuse me, I'm way back over here now on the last week of the episode. Aren't you happy that we're at the end? Aren't you glad? Raw from Christmas 12/25 was a best of match, best ofs, so that you see how that's gonna fly. Raw NXT from the day after Christmas. We seen Out the Mud defeat Chase University in a uh-oh, you're in big trouble now match. We seen Noam Dar defeat Josh Briggs. We've seen Cora Jade defeat Carmen Petrovic. We've seen Lexis King defeat Riley Osborne. Braun Breaker defeat Nathan Frazier. Obafemi defeated Tabian Heights. Joe Gacy defeated Joe Coffey. Excellent stuff. Eddie Thorpe defeated Dijak. Excellent also stuff. We move on to Dynamite from the 27th. John Moxley defeated Swerve Strickland and Jay White. Eddie Kingston defeated Bryan Danielson. The Devil's Henchmen defeated Samoa Joe and MJF. SpaghettiOs. The Devil's Henchmen are the ROH Tag Team Champions. Who could be the head of Devil's Henchmen? We'll find out at World's End here when I cover that in about 30.5 seconds because I'm trying to make it enjoyable and editable for you. Sky Blue defeated Chris Statlander, and we move on to Impact Wrestling, which was a best of. So we don't cover that one. Ring of Honor from December 28th, 2023. Nyla Rose defeated Alejandra Lyon. Zach King defeated Pretty Peter Avalon. Brian Keith and the Von Erichs defeated the Iron Savages. Taya Valkyrie and the Renegades defeated Trish Adora, Kira Hogan, and Lady Frost. Tony Nese defeated Joey Hayter. Billy Starks defeated Vert Vixen. Ethan Page defeated Johnny TV. And we move on to SmackDown from 12/29/2023. Ruby Soho defeated Marina Shafir. Wheeler Yuta defeated Matt Sydal. Top Flight defeated Rocky Romero and Orange Cassidy. Back that up. Wheeler Yuta defeated Matt Sydal. Top Flight defeat Rocky Romero and Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta. Top Flight being Action Andretti, Darius Martin, and Dante Martin, of course. This moves us on to a pay-per-view. Another pay-per-view. 4 pay-per-views, and this one is insane to me. World's End. We seen 0 Hour. We seen on the 0 Hour Willow Nightingale defeat Chris Statlander. We seen Killswitch win an Anywhere Shot Royal match, and we seen Hook defeat Wheeler Yuta to retain the FTW Championship. Moving right along to the main show, where Bryan Danielson, Claudio Castagnoli, Daniel Garcia, and Mark Briscoe defeated Brody King, Jay Lethal, Jay White, and Roosh. This got 6 for me. We see Miro defeat Andrade El Idolo. This was an 8 for me. We seen Timeless Tony Storm defeat Riho. This was also an 8 for me. Swerve Strickland defeated Dustin Rhodes, 7 1/4. We seen Jericho, Darby Allin, Sting, and Sammy Guevara defeat the Don Callis family. Smiley Kylie Ray Forever. This is a 5 for me. Julia Hart and defeats Abaddon. This match gets an 8.5 out of me. We've seen Adam Copeland defeat Christian Cage. This was excellent stuff. This gets a 9 out of me. Eddie Kingston defeated Jon Moxley. This excellent finish to a great classic, Continental Classic. Great story told, great match, top to bottom, excellent, amazing. I loved it. 10 out of 10. We've seen Samoa Joe defeat MJF to become the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Amazing. I called it from the beginning. I said it. I knew it. I knew Adam Cole was the champ. Was going to bring the Kingdom together. And now they are together. The Kingdom are on top. The Kingdom has Matt Taven and Matt Bennett and Matt. Yeah. Oh my God! I'm just so excited. Taven and Bennett, 3-time ROH Tag Team Champions. And Adam Cole get there too. We seen. Oh my God, it was a 9 out of me. All in all, World's End gets a 8 1/4 out of me. We move on to a pick 6 to end this very long episode of Suplexes and Stuff. My man was Samoa Joe. My woman was Julia Hart. My team was Taven and Bennett. My singles was Mox and Kingston. My multi was Top Flight versus the Best Friends. My show was World's End. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you've made it to the end of this very long podcast and or video, I wanted to say thank you, and I very much appreciate you. Show it some love. Share it with a friend who loves professional wrestling. Let's get it going in 2024 with a strong year, another strong year for us. I do want to say I appreciate 1,000 views in total on my audio listening platforms. Thank you very much for a awesome 2023, and we're looking forward to an amazing, tremendous 2024. Thank you for listening. I appreciate your patronage and your support and your due diligence for keeping up with this long-winded episode where I read deep from the Book of Smart Mark. Thank you, thank you, thank you, one and all. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, and I'll be back very soon.